Hello. Happy Sunday. Today is the 13th of August. Is when I have my spiritual name in India given by Osho. My mother took me there when I was 13 years old. So I just spoke with my mother and I forgot because I didn't have to call her again. So these are the last 2 weeks in this house or the last 10 days. So I will leave on 23rd. And there is a word of the week to talk broadly about, which is the word beauty. And it's the last day of the month. I should film for the first day on Monday, every Monday. And sometimes I feel that I need to think about this word, what's going on in this week with me, with the news, in relation, as a formation that's working. Um, in denial of everything. So in my bed, what I found was silence, the most beautiful thing. That silence, when it's interrupted, I can feel the other or the situations and remain centered. And sometimes I can endure through weeks and months and years because I have a purpose in mind to get through. So the silence remains within. And I have learned that with the master Osho in India. He was a professor of philosophy, and it helped me to be with people who meditate and to listen to his discourse that would be 2 hours long or 3, 1.5. So he used to speak every morning and in the evening as well. And we have meditation and work within meditation. I grew up very rich, going to the school of the prince. And when I was in the ashram in India, I wanted to work in the kitchen. So I like the idea of having an ordinary job. I like the idea they promoted to have different jobs, not just in high status, but also to change, to not be stuck. Osho meant before he died that's how evolution will roll faster for everyone if people stop being stuck in one strata of society. So, for example, those who have studied in university, they might think they are of a higher status when they don't recognize that I have maybe studied more than them. And they might just say that I am intelligent or so intelligent. But then they cut themselves out like if they are from a higher status. So they're using me to step over and put themselves as higher. And it's not true because I have studied a lot. I have studied and I have been with studious minds. And it takes much in the interaction. You cannot learn this on YouTube or with books. It takes for you to be a part of the action, to live through it. And that has a lot to do with gatherings. So the beauty towards silence, with silence as well. I'm seeing myself as a failure because no one has paid me. So all the energy is being drawn out. The coin words that I have made myself, like orgiarchal thinking, that's coined by me. And I have a name and a last name, and I am a woman, and I am Spanish. So it takes nothing to say my name and pay me. instead of just trying to use something that bonds you together because is where you use that just to be in connection as of something in common, which is as well not as beautiful as to say to honor, because there is so much work for me to give that others can refine better. So I'm not looking for fame here. I'm looking for the money of the worth of my work. And that's how people pay their bills. They just don't consume energy. I'm not giving information that I have copied. I have produced this by myself. Not even artificial intelligence will come with it, because that's how people operate, as artificial intelligence would. It's just faster. And still, it's human condition to operate and check over the factual reality. Now, what is beautiful, absolutely, is to be in silence and to believe that you understood on that level without having to create so much noise. Is to say, why do people need to create content every day, every second of their lives? That's going to be more valuable than to create a better world in reality. So boundaries needs to be done to differentiate the seemingly beauty that it is from one world to another. As to say, this is a world that's of poverty, and they have these basic needs to report so they become responsible. So we can create a chain reaction of what is to teach and learn credit from little to little until one keeps the rotation on, that they know they're going to build this within 15 years. They're going to own the room, property, and ground. That they have to herald the earth, that they can change jobs every 7 years and learn and celebrate life. Just work 6 hours or 7. So nobody needs to hear what the economic forum has to say, or these old guys, because they cannot understand what they mean. They don't have the culture or the understanding with technology. And then those who have the understanding just like to goof around online because there is nothing really much to do, um, than just to have fun. Yeah, there's a fun and friends. So it's kind of like a fictional, illusory idea to spend all your life online, and then values are going to move online, are not really much to the needs of this world and people's needs, because we do need human connection and to see real vital growth. Yeah, entertainment. I can entertain myself. It's to say, I have more ecstasies in a natural order, just alone in silence, than it just drains me down, really. So it's not as beautiful and sweet as the natural morphine that I can grant myself alone. So the synonymous of beauty in the second month of the week goes for that which goes within. So you can be born with a pattern that you look in this way. You can be in a scenario. You can even have this vibe around you, but you still carry something within that is yours, away from your family, away from your scenario, and away from the vibe. And that's what, not everyone, that's what can split you apart from all that. which you carry within, as well as could be the vibration around because it's a social economic problem or abundance, or that is a given scenario to do such and such. So you do it, you're involved. You have no choice. You're involved already because you're in that scenario. And even if you have many choices, you cannot get out of it because of the situation you have put yourself through it to get there. It's not easy to get out because of desires and avoidance at the same time. The avoidance to face a reality that is harder than what you envision. So you would need maybe all the power in the world to make it your world. So these are maybe little things that you need around you, which are beneficial towards what seems seemingly to you. So seemingly in the dictionary means conforming to accepted notions of propriety, of good taste, decorous. I feel it was not seemly to observe too closely, fitting. So what I mean at the same time is the highest class could say to the normal people is it has nothing to, it's not seemly to their needs, to their requirements, to, it's not seemly to their way of thinking. So you're just talking to make yourself known, like this Klaus, but he's just making himself being hated because he doesn't understand the seeming, what seemingly accurate that fits to their condition of being. And what for? So as to explain that you need a character that can transpire what you mean, but it's not you. So people stop hating the higher class. And those who are young in the highest class to come out and explain what is possible to do within that understanding. Because it is digestible, it is beautiful, it is the same age, it's appealing to the eye. It's not just someone passing by. Hopefully, stop all these magazines and gossip bullshit because people, the entertainment is just consumerism that is a catharsis to not look within, is a form of going away from the realities of your own world. That should never happen in the future because computing can be so addictive as creating a humanity that's going to be losing their senses, ability to feel, to think, to hear music in real life, to practice music, to dance, to generate abundance of the senses while we correlate with each other, learning and working constantly. Teach and learn. So it can be noted with thanks to technology from each corner of the world, and it can be mediated without the need of going to lawsuits. Because that's where everyone freaks out, from every company and headquarters to the people in charge. So I'm very happy to have here that Amazon is not doing boxes anymore. I'm like, wow, can go and rest in peace. And the feeling with Osho that everything's gonna go all right, because to let humanity do the job, because humanity will always look towards what's better. So that brings a good relief, because my own problems that I have to solve for my own life is to create an income, to have a house, to have my children back, is monstrous, because everything I do is taken away for free. Is a robbery. It is an insult. Is fraudulent. Is dishonest. Is degrading. Is disastrous. Is to say I don't have humor anymore because I don't have a goal. Why should I be doing this if they are going to steal and copy my ideas? I am trying to sell the laws of virtual reality from the interactions of role play and how it works. And they have stolen and taken everything for granted. And I have asked for a triangulation. So they use me is to present and allow some intellectuals of internet, YouTube, Twitter, to sort of know what's going on with the world that we're building for the fantasy world and the dangers that could be there in a more scientific and doctorate way, which is good for the metaphysical to learn and the human aspect to bring to earth is to learn what is mediation, to learn which are the boundaries, and to know how important it is to have values, as to give values. That's a person of honor. So he's been one person of honor that has considered it the value of mine, and this is why he's using me. But it is not good enough as to say, where are the real faces coming together? So it's to call me to say, let's do this. How can we do this? Yeah. On one side, there is my organization that can have many members, as I am, to promote virtual reality mediations and real life, to invest on that which is starting a genuine idea that I have already elaborated for many years, to help and support influencers, famous and non-famous, to do mansions into villages. But that will also help the industry around the villages, respecting the nature and culture, to give credit and have credit for it with a span of 15 years, from 7 to 15 years, to see the mansion. So it's not an industrial horror. There is beauty. For that beauty needs to be examined and studied for a period of 2 years and talk over, because people don't value what is to talk, to study and talk, to relate with the architect, this other architect, the people that live there, to create, like in Florence or in a science fictional, maybe fantasy world that is blended with Native American and the nature and bamboos. So, is to maintain a work that is going to last for many centuries, that the waters are not going to be taken away, to really talk about. Maybe it needs to have strong pillars and be uplifted in the earth, which are as deep to the core, to maintain it. Maybe to see the Amazons from above, That was one of my dreams in Venezuela, because we have this Amazonic jungle there in our 500 acres. So there's a joy as to say you have a virtual world that's not mixing with real life, and to give your face with for that concerns you. So, well, I'm not bringing comedy or bringing you any fictional character as to feel, oh, you have a setup, how exciting. I'm in a James Bond movie with a war of hackers. Oh, the metaverse. All right. So, what's behind the stories of one of the biggest mediations? And at the same time, to see the thieves will always lie to make their thievery balance and think is worth it to take from. They will make up these lies. Will make up these reasons to make believe their thievery is rightful. Remember always that it has to change. Yeah, they are. I will ask for many more mediators from each country as well, as to meet for those influencers that belong to the Western world, which are more advanced when it comes to generate conversation and freedom of belief, freedom of expression, are more advanced than those who oppose, as in Russia and China, because they're afraid of think differently or do a different design or different thought form, or appreciate those who have different thought form. So thank you for that. But never compare me with you. To put yourself above. Please. That would be beautiful to see members working and trusting, the very rich trust that others can mediate to do a mansion into a village and help promote a technological map around the world. Hopefully, Zuckerberg and Musk come to agreements. So it's one technology within all these buttons. And Sachs take these threads out and merge with Twitter X. But if Elon Musk wants to have X with all the, because this is a problem again. You copied me, so you're going to have other people who copy you, and you're going to have the other one who copy you. And this is a human conditioning that we have to stop in order to generate a higher enlightening being that can ban its reality in order to shower down the goods to a world that needs to take responsibility instead of blaming. But they will keep blaming if we don't merge. Respecting our spaces, of course, because I do really love my silence. It's so much anger I have inside as well, and frustration. To get away with my own silence is a relief itself, a need to filter away. But again, I cannot just come again and just be talking for nothing. And that is the only way that it can work. But just to talk for talks is entertainment. You have to see it's entertainment. Somebody buying a suit and getting a wife and a job is not a higher consciousness. It's just creating another consumerism persona with our children to consume. You feed from your wife feeds from you feed from house, you feed from the content you give with other people that feed. Just talk. That's all. That is the conclusion. You are not bringing anything to society, really. Just another better consumerist person like you are. All right? Just look at it. It's a show, another show. So we're talking about a talent that, of course, you could say I could listen to that forever. But will I listen to that again? Because then I watch another video and it's saying the same thing. So why is the need to keep creating content? Just decide a little bit of your time to make something that is a little more constructive, that at the end is going to give you more. Thinking differently and honoring me and paying me, being part of being a member with me. So everybody wants to copy and do their thing. Is that beautiful? Well, I don't think so. It's just a part of promoting that people are talking about something and they're together, but I do not feel it. So this is beautiful, this candle, and it costs £7.99. That's a beautiful candle. It's beautiful. It's unique. Just smells like a little like cream. It's beautiful. That's £6.99. I brought them for my new home. It smells so beautiful. I forgot to lit this candle. So, well, I should be happy. It's just I'm not a person really that feels happiness. I think when my daughter came to see me, I was very happy, and where I was with my kids, or I had a partner, or I was with gatherings, doing meditations and things. Here, I just feel peacefulness, which is another form of well-being. It's fascinating because I really don't know where I'm going to go. I know that I want a home for my children and to keep an income because investing in not just it's my because to make one video I take a full week of thinking about that. I'm not interested in watching internet anymore as well, or anyone. One needs to have an interest, a goal. One needs to believe that one can get there. When you never get there and everything is taken, it's like all your talent fades away because you're only dealing with white pirates. And that is the condition, of most of white people who like to get entitled with other people's work and make it believe it's there or they're finding, but never acknowledging the person who did it, valuing the person who did it, and paying the person who did, who has actually more. And of course, I'm not going to give it for free. It's only an introduction. So whatever it is, It will come throughout the meaning of those who can deal with it, because probably this is only a preparation. Um, a preparation. Oh, there was a book of 100 years ago. This book was edited on the year 19023. It's amazing. Incredible. So I'll keep this here. So is the day I brought this to remember the date that I got this book. I don't have even inspiration to write about purgatory and paraiso or anything. There's a lot of resistance within me because there is nothing fulfilling. There's nothing giving me back. Won this lawsuit, and all I think is I have money to eat. I used to eat lentils with lemon for many times a week. And 2 times I would eat something more decent, like vegetarian burgers and chickpeas or salad. So I don't like spaghetti, but I will eat pasta. Like, I don't like this spaghetti. I like it another way with wine, the way you do it with family. So it, you have invested so far. You have put all your heart and spirit and mind and body into it. I have went alone to build this. I wish still to pay to my friends that are not like real friends, because I would never do that to anyone, friend or enemy, but they are part of the realms of role play. I believe they deserve also to role play, teach and learn, and have a real life to understand where they are going. That is also worth it for them. And get to talk to them in real life. And this person who has bullied me, I don't know if to keep her or take her out. But I don't think it's the way to win by bullying. And she copied all my characters. And I told my friend, let her. Because she needs the fame and little popularity is there. And I don't need it. I need now to move to other. So she could maintain it at least. And as it is, at least they won't copy it. Just keep it as it is. Just so it's painful because we cannot role play now the way we used to, because they would copy it. So we lost that magic, and no programmer can do that. It's not about that. It's not about following anyone's program. Now, to call me and to make this agreement seriously with legal names is the start, but you will see the same happening as it has been until it has concluded. You will be seeing yourself doing the same thing over and over again until this step has taken form, changed the course of history and the way we think, the way we manage. There's no computer system that can take control unless we are aware of what we are doing. So there is an understanding from both And people's responsibility is one of the main values to empower. Now, if you care about the world, means you're a peasant or a person of no values. It's like, wow, because you have nothing, that's what you care. Because you wish to have, that's why you care. So it's not really like that. I have been in with the rich, the poor, and the left, and and the right around the world, and I have seen the need that they have to learn to talk. They need to learn to what is to talk. Freedom of speech comes with the disadvantage of having to listen to people that don't know how to talk and don't know how to postpone a mediation throughout time with its different if different episodes to formulate a time frame as well as the different angles that takes to get there. So it's not just shouting and blaming at the other, which is something the higher class is doing, the top class, all day long, behind the scenes. Shouldn't be that way. That's because the middle class is there pretending to be a princess that's going to be a queen. So we have to really consider you were born for this. Respect the high class, because the high class is also losing its glamour and art and novelty. So one thing is to be joking, another thing is to be degrading who you are because of what you do, what you're doing behind the scenes. And people can see that. People will people you need people to follow you so you are known, create impact so you are known, so everybody trusts in you, and that's a form of power. But at the same time, you're worthless to the the people who are creators and know what values are. Only those who have no values that are lost will follow you. But those are people of no values. They have no sense of property. They might have a house, they might have work and follow others to have what they have, but they do not have a form of their own intelligence is to undergo what is needed to do. And that's where you need to invest your time and talent. You are not put there because you deserve it. You are there to play a role that's being given to you. That some people or entities, because I don't know if to call that people, believe the is going to be fun with you, more attractive and outrageous. Okay. Because others are too straight and boring. Okay. To create more attraction. Okay. But it was one person that decided before those to put you there. For what reason? So it is to care and rule. And everyone has their own domain to do and learn from that as well. So to honor authorities, to honor one's authority, and the time we can honor others' authority and creation, they can honor ours, our creation. But humanity still lives on a level of abuse and survival. copying, taking over. They still believe on eating the small fish. So that is transcending who we used to be, how we used to act. Takes from our part to do that. I can do that 1,000,000,000 times and recover, regenerate, but I cannot be doing that all the time. That's beautiful to be as an example. That is what is beautiful for me. It's not seemingly beautiful for others, of course. Plastic and a magazine and gossips. It's entertaining, but people need to seek within themselves what is there. You need creators more than followers. So, changing a little bit the clip. The chip. And what is this that puts and binds us together? What is this clip or in, or what is this which is seemingly beautiful to us to do? So this comes from my own works and thoughts and forms of studies and much investments from my family as well that I owe to them, their happiness, for so much has been given. And to put it to action. So, well, I'm a little sad because I was expecting to win a lot of millions of pounds from the case of McDonald's for recycling, so they fix it as well. It's just everything. It seems to elongate without an end. There are no boundaries to set what is what and what for. Those boundaries, those ends and beginnings, they differentiate greatly. So, well, that was beautiful to see that Amazon is now using boxes. The people in the Amazons, what left is there in the Amazons. My second name is the name of a princess from the Amazons, a Native American. My second name and my signature is in honor to the wilderness that needs to be preserved. As in the wilderness of imagination in virtual reality. And it's also good for healing and understanding in the action. So I was yesterday like, no, I don't want to be creating content all day long. I don't want to be listening to people's content either. It's like the same thing again. I want to be more real, at least believe that I am going there. I am being towards this direction. And that's a form of being a space merchant, because it doesn't matter how old the flowers age, new flowers will come out. New values will come out from the same flowering. Here or there, because it's hard to leave my garden as well, or to believe that I'm going to be a merchant. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to be a merchandiser. But it seems that we're constantly selling ourselves. It seems, hopefully not, is the seemingly beauty that I am here to share with those who are seemingly correct, to make a more beautiful world that is approachable and distinguishable to do in reality. and to surface the realms of the imaginary world, which go very fast. The dreams go very fast when you are just in that tissue of shared virtual reality. Now, to see that we have 6 hours, 7 hours to move our bodies and keep that rhythm of traveling through life and creating a real metamorphosis, respecting our pillars, long lasting historical pillars. It's not to destroy the past or whom are there in power. So I'm against too much posting and too much talking and hearing the same. It's a nightmare. It's not beautiful. Bye. It's up to you to be mature. Some people can take the initiative. I can't. So other people are waiting for you because they don't want to overpass you. I cannot do anything with anyone, even if I love someone, because they are afraid of you. They don't want to overpass you. So everyone is like that as well with others, postponing, waiting for others to take the initiative. So, well, in the fall, we're gonna have new events here in London. Have not been invited. It's incredible. Let's see how I will end up, because I have created all these characters. And say, oh yeah, this is a muse. She's here to inspire us. With all the work, we get all the fun because we deserve it. There you go. Another story being told in the same way. You can also inspire me, and I can have my finance as well by creating more finance for influencers. So it's interesting to see new influencers that I find. And if they can just visit one time or two times a year a mansion into a village in a third world country and keep it online to see how they're working while they do what they're doing online, separated from the virtual world, of course. So that is beautiful. There is no limit to it. I hope the tech titans create this parallel world, which is a reflection of the reality of this world. And we can all see it and note, and it can be seen. And for those who can see it on 3-floor store, and because we have a huge world, so we cannot just zoom in all the time. Some people who are managers of each continent can see the copy of this world in a 3-floor store and see the needs, the industry, what is needed, so we can cooperate faster and stronger. It's up to you to honor those who have even more to give. I have even more to give. But I cannot be struggling thinking of my children, my mother, where am I going to live, where am I going to eat. So what I'm telling you, believe me, they don't want to see old people with the old stories. You have to convince the new generation has a new story, which needs the support of those middle class to have, well, middle low class to have a middle higher class. Faster, as to say they can have a mansion in a third world country, their property, and teach others what is to have their property, what is debit, what is to work and note it. Love the working class. I hate the middle class. It's disgusting. I hope the very top class, they are, honestly, I hate the middle class. Wherever you put them, they are the same all the time. So if you want to consider me as the lowest class, uh, subterranean class, top class, middle class, because I have to pass by. That's it. They are dangerous. They can divert the meaning of real life just because they want to be something. That's they need to believe they are that constantly, because they're not. If they were, they wouldn't be having that need to step on others. Those are the ones who stab you in the back, who gossip in the back, the most horrendous, horrible class. I have tried to work on many jobs, and God save me from that trash. Bye. All my love to the working class, the ones who are honest, to the higher most class, which are misunderstood and need to create a pathway that is not censoring, but it can create those feelings around of building your own little kingdom. Yeah, with others. Learning to delegate, learning to trust, learning to fight for your own property. Have that sense of property that we can be grandiose, but that also comes by birthright and by seeking within. That is endlessly beautiful. Yeah, now I can finish plenty. Bye.